Hey y'all, and welcome to Cooking with DWP. So guys, I know it's been a while, but I have a dessert I'm gonna make this morning. My mom has a women's get together this morning, so I am gonna make a dessert. What I'm using is these unpeeled apricot halves. I am gonna kind of make like a little cobbler with it, so I'm gonna take y'all along. So I have 2 cans of the apricot halves, and then I just chopped them up because you know they were halves, so I just chopped them up. And I'm gonna be using just a skillet here. Well, it's kind of a deep skillet. I'm warming that up. I'm gonna put this in here, and I want to sweeten it because you know the apricots by itself is very kind of tart, so I want to change the flavor of it and have it more of a sweet dessert. Okay, so I put the apricots in there. I'm just gonna add some sugar, and this is really gonna be how sweet you want it. If you don't want it that sweet, don't add as much sugar. I'm gonna say about that much I'm gonna add starting off. And you know, you just taste it and see where you want the sweetness to be. Some people like, you know, a little sweet and still have a little tartness to it. Others want it completely sweet and they don't want it to taste tart at all. So it's really up to you. But this is that was just white sugar. I'm gonna also add some brown sugar and cinnamon as well. I love the fall time. I don't know about you, but I love this season. It's like baking time, you know. It's starting to get cool outside. This is cinnamon. It's starting to get cool outside. Even though I'm in Texas and we have been jumping back up to the 80s. So it's going from like 50s at night to 80s in the day. So I got some brown sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that into there. Just a handful of it. Now how I'm going to thicken this up, because as you can see it is very juicy. I will thicken it up with some cornstarch. There's other ways to thicken it up, but you know, I'm just going to go with, you know, what I have. So I'm going to do the cornstarch. Just stir this all together, and you want it to come up to like not a rolling ball or anything like that, but you do want it to start bubbling. Make sure you do a taste test to see where your sweetness level is. Okay, so it is boiling. I have some cornstarch with some water. I'm just going to pour that in there. That is going to thicken it up. Look at that. Doesn't take long. You do need to turn it down because it will start getting thick and start popping. You know, you don't want that hot juice to get on you. So definitely turn it down after you do that. Stir it in. And as you can see, look at that. It's thicker. Yeah. So this is going to be the base for our cobbler. And then we're going to make a strudel topping. You like a crumb topping to go on top of this. Alright, it's time for the topping. So we're going to do 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And we have 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We're going to put it in this bowl and mix it. Alright guys, so I mix it with my mixer. So like I said, this is the brown sugar and butter. So now we're going to do a cup of flour put in there. And we're going to use some coarse salt. I'm going to use this kosher salt, the coarse. And you need a half a teaspoon of that in there. So now all you're going to do is take your hands and you're going to kind of mix this together until it makes some large crumbles. And this is going to be our topping for our cobbler. I think this is pretty good. I think so. So now we're just going to move it over to here. And this is where we have our cobbler. And we're just going to sprinkle this generously on top of here. And I have my oven set at 350 degrees. And I think we'll bake it for like 15 minutes just to get it browned. We want to make sure that butter has blended in there real good. I'm going to press it a little bit and make sure it's contact with the cobbler. Alright, I'll bring y'all back in 15 to 20 minutes. It is done. So this is my apricot cobbler with the crumble crust on the top. Please give me a thumbs up on this video if you like what I presented, and I'll see you next time.